Now I know this might seem like an immature question, but it just baffled me throughout the entire anime. If you're in a relationship with a ghost and you become intimate with said ghost, how do you do that? I kept thinking it throughout the entire anime. Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy kicking off Mystery Month with my review of Dusk Maiden of Amnesia. So Dusk Maiden of Amnesia follows Teiichi Nia, a boy who gets lost within the school and meets this mysterious girl by the name of Yuko, a former student of the school who, through unknown circumstances, tragically died within the school grounds and now haunts the school as a ghost, which stirs up a lot of rumors and ghost stories. Discovering that Yuko has no recollection of her past or even the cause of her death, Teiichi, along with Yuko, the spiritually clueless Okonogi, and the easily frying Kirei, form the Paranormal Investigations Club to look into paranormal activities happening around the school and to learn the mystery behind Yuko's amnesia and death. Now I was requested to watch this anime by 3 of my subscribers, 2 of which are my oldest subscribers, Neon Wave 1, Pip Love Steffi, and Jacob Ramales. And you all voted for this anime to be the first anime I watch and review for Mystery Month. And I gotta tell you guys, I really like this anime. I mean, it got off on a rough start, but as the story progressed, the more and more it got better, more interesting, and more emotional. I mean, I really like this anime. So let's get started on this review by talking about the things that I absolutely liked in this anime. And the first thing that I really liked in this anime, and probably the most obvious thing, is the animation. But my god, guys, the animation in this anime is just breathtaking. I mean, it's so grand, it's so beautiful, it's so mesmerizing, but at the same time, it could be very unsettling, unnerve-wracking, and just straight up creepy. And I really loved how they facilitate these unique animation styles throughout the entire anime. This is a very stylized anime. It kind of reminded me of Bakemonogatari in some ways, just the way that they use the different animation styles. And the animation styles really help to set the tone or the mood of a scene. Like, they'll use a certain style to present a more lively or light-hearted scene, you know, very comical, but then they'll use a different style to convey a very eerie and unsettling tone, and it really works. Like, I felt creeped out, I felt afraid. Like, these dark moments were really well done. And going hand in hand with the animation once again is the music. The music fits the tone of the anime perfectly, being both lovely yet ominous at the same time. And I just really loved the opening and ending themes of the anime. Again, being both lovely yet unsettling and kind of creepy. And they just really appeal to me. Like, I find them catchy, I find them very lovely, and I could listen to them over and over again. The music in general, including the score, was just really superb. Now, the story in the anime is actually quite compelling, following the 4 members of the Paranormal Investigations Club as they go around the school and investigate all these different rumors and ghost stories that they heard, but at the same time trying to learn more about the mystery behind Yuko's past and death. And although this anime does categorize as a mystery because there is a mystery to be solved in this anime, I would almost say that it's more of a romance than it is a mystery, because the main story in this anime is actually the blooming romance between Teiichi and Yuko. And I'm not saying that that's bad or anything, it's just I would have liked a little bit more mystery, but the story in itself is really solid, both the romance and the mystery elements. And one thing that's really good about the story in this anime is how everything is connected. From the past, the present, the rumors and ghost stories, everything is connected in the story. And I just found that really interesting. And also, the story in the anime really tackles on the theme of paranoia and its effects on people and what it can make people do. And honestly, it broke my heart to see how far paranoia could take people. I mean, really, if people are afraid of their lives, they will do whatever it takes to survive, as shown in this anime, and it is really heartbreaking and sad. But the saddest and most emotional story in this entire anime, and probably one of the saddest stories I've ever seen in any anime, is Yuko's backstory in episode 10. That was really hard to watch, guys. I mean, it was so emotional and so tragic. And what hurt the most is I knew what was coming. I mean, we all knew what was coming, but just seeing it unfold in front of your eyes is just really painful to see. I mean, just the execution of that episode alone was perfect, like near perfection. That episode was really good, and I just felt like a huge injustice was done to Yuko as a character. I mean, she was so nice, so giving, so selfless. And then this is what happened to her. My heart broke, guys. It really did. It sunk to depths I never even thought of. And I felt her pain. And since I just got done talking about Yuko's backstory, I guess we should talk about the characters of the anime. The 4 main characters in particular. Let's start with the heroine of our tale, Yuko. Now at first, I really didn't trust Yuko. I felt like there was something a bit off about the character, like she was hiding something. And so, I really doubt the genuineness of her character. And it made me go, I'm watching you. You can't trick me. But as the series progressed, the more and more I grew to like this character. I mean, not only is she beautiful, gentle, and very playful, especially around Teichi, but she is without a doubt one of the nicest and most selfless characters I've ever seen in an anime, especially after episode 10. All my doubts about this character went right out the window, and I just ended up really liking this character. As for the main guy character in the anime, Teichi, he's pretty good as well. He's the archetype nice guy that you see in many animes who's very devoted to the main girl character. He served his purpose very well, and I just really liked his relationship with Yuko. I found it very cute and adorable. I mean, just the back and forth between them and their relationship, I thought it was so cute, guys. And speaking of cute and adorable, we got Okanogi. I really like this character. I just really loved her lighthearted, whimsical, and curious nature, going and investigating these different paranormal activities and trying to learn more about it, although being completely clueless to all these paranormal activities happening around her throughout the entire anime. She was just a delight to see, adding a lot of lightheartedness and humor to the anime that was much needed, and I liked her for it. And the last of the 4 main characters is Kirei, also a fun character, although she is a bit cliche and doesn't have much development to her. She's kind of like that typical flat-chested girl who gets annoyed by girls who have bigger breasts than her, and she has this whole running gag where she's trying to drink more milk, which I thought was pretty funny. But she also has a very interesting history with Yuko that I will not spoil for you guys, but I found that pretty interesting. And also, I loved the episode that centered around her, which was the special episode at the very end. That was a really good episode, really funny, and I just like her character. She was entertaining. I wish that there were more side characters included in the anime. I mean, in the first 4 episodes, it was just those 4 characters, not a single side character to be seen. It wasn't until about episode 6 that we saw more side characters being put into the anime, which really sucked, because I would have loved to see more side characters. There's this one interesting side character though, whose name I will not reveal, but she has a very interesting backstory, and she just wants to get rid of all the ghost stories in her school. Her story was pretty interesting, and honestly, I wish they would have done more side characters like her. And with that being said, although I really liked this anime, I did have a couple problems with it. The first one being, as I mentioned earlier, the first 4 episodes. Not only was I irritated by the fact that no side characters were involved in the first 4 episodes, but the first 4 episodes were a bit messy as the anime tried to find its footing. And what I mean by that is they didn't know how to balance the tension with the comedy. Like, there'll be a really intense moment and it's really good, but then it'll be ruined by a forced comedic moment, and it just took me out of the moment and it really sucked. But my biggest problem with this anime was its ending. It was a huge cop-out! I mean, the ending to the anime was off to a really good start. Scratch that! A great start. I loved the direction that they were taking in the ending. I thought it was both emotional, touching, very well executed, and a great way to end the series. But instead of sticking to their guns and keeping that really good ending intact, literally in the last few minutes, they negate everything that happened moments before and gave you this cop-out happy ending to where everything's okay, the characters are all happy now, and I hate it when animes do that. All that build-up, all that emotion, gone out the window. And I know a lot of you are not going to agree with my sentiments with the ending, and that's totally fine. You can like the ending, but for me, I felt like the moments before the last few minutes of the last episode were more emotional, more touching, and more impactful than the cop-out happy ending that we were given. But overall, besides the cop-out of the ending, the messiness of the first 4 episodes, and the lack of side characters in the anime, I still overall adored watching Dusk Maiden of Amnesia. I thought that the characters were all entertaining, fun to watch, and very interesting. The story was compelling. Learning about Yuko's past and Yuko's backstory is one of the most emotional and heartbreaking backstories I've ever seen in an anime. The animation is just breathtaking, and the music is serene yet ominous at the same time. And that's why I'm going to give this anime a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I truly do think that it's one hell of an anime, besides the cop-out ending. But anyway, what did you guys think about this anime? Did you really like it, or did you find it boring and dull? And let me know what you thought about the ending. Did you guys like the ending, or did you feel like it was a cop-out like I did? And let me know what is the most saddest and tragic anime backstory you've ever seen. Comment below and let me know. And stay tuned, I will be reviewing Edge tomorrow and hopefully The Fault in Our Stars this weekend. And I also got some special videos coming your way that I'm going to keep a secret for now. And also check out my new video on We Live Film on my top 5 Tom Cruise performances. Link will be at the end of this video. And until then guys, hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Welcome to the Black Critic Guy. Like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm Tony Wally II, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace YouTube.